Hello everybody, this is again Giuseppe from makecomputermusic.com and GIUDA. Today I would like to give you a really small, quick tip and trick on how to improve your creativity sessions when the creativity doesn't stuck. Ableton Live comes with many different ways how now you can improve your creativity and make them flow quicker. And this time I will do a specific feature in the Simpler in Ableton Live, which is a super powerful device which you should check out if you don't know it. I can make also video in the future about it, like in depth, but this time it will be a powerful technique to make sample kind of yours, modifying them and playing slices out of these samples in order to fit your tracks, to magically get inspiration strike back. But enough with the intro and let's jump into the tip. So we are here at 127 BPM and we have this loop with a nice bass line that I was trying to remake from a famous Ibiza bass duo. It's called Audio Jack. Yeah, and I was trying to play this bass line from a track that they did. I guess it's called Introspection, so I was playing a bit with Reactor and Monarch, really nice synthesizer for creating bass line especially. Yeah, and then cleaning sounds and saturation, stereo tools, all this kind of stuff to make bass lines fat and present in the mix. But this is not the idea, it was only the general history for this track. The important thing here is in this track, and I was kind of looking for some atmosphere to put a bit behind section of the mix, so not on front. And sometimes I really have problems in finding these atmospheres to fit them. And there is a great technique in the Simpler, which is called slice. And you can use basically to cut a sample in different slices, as the word is saying. And using MIDI information that you can see here in this track, you can basically trigger this slice as this would be a kind of synthesizer almost. So basically you split, this time we slice by beat. We can see also the other in different videos, but for this is just give you this powerful one that you can try it as soon as you watch the video. And we slice the sample in 1/4 subdivision. You can also choose the subdivision. The playback is important, but for this specific not really. This means that we can play at the moment using MIDI information only one slice at a time. You can play this sample, of course using all the general features of the Simpler, fading in and fading out each slices. But before we hear what I did here, playing a bit with MIDI information, I would love you to check the sample actually that we start with, which is a chord progression, and then I put it into the Simpler. But let's hear now the sample first. Yeah, really nice chord progression, but this was not the point that I wanted to reach. Let's mute this. The thing that I wanted to reach was basically creating an atmosphere sounds, slicing the sample that you can see here is the one that we just heard. Slicing by 1/4, choose the beat again, algorithm kind of, and then the gate, which means that it's playing the slices until I press a key on my MIDI keyboard, or until the Simpler, which is the same thing, gets a MIDI signal from the piano roll in Ableton in this case. And if we solo this and then we hear it in context with the rest of the track, we get something like this, without also the chain effect that I can show you in a second. So as you can see, it's basically playing the slices once the Simpler get the MIDI notes, and then the algorithm in slice modus will simply start. I also put it an octave down, which is minus 12 semitones, to be a bit more kind of darkish sound. And then to fit it better in the mix, I created a small chain of effect, putting some EQ, overdrive to make it more present. Bittersweet is a kind of transient shaper because I wanted to lose a bit of the transient, not to be that sharp of a sound. Dizziness is a preset from the Autopan, yeah, which does kind of dizziness or left and right, but pretty fast. And then still some EQing. Yeah, this time actually I wanted to give back some high end to make the sound more present, and then yeah, standard sidechain to the kick. And together with the effects, it then sound like this. And without. Yeah. And if we put together with the context, first without the ambience and then together. So yeah, as you can see, it's a nice technique to boost your creativity when it's not there. Simply, I use it a lot. Yeah, in this scenario, like putting, I don't know, melodies that I created, or in this case, some chords that I had from a sample packs. Even put a nice drum loops and then slice it and play it in MIDI, and this would like create your own then sample loops, which sometimes it's really nice to reuse sample loops that you also created or that you found online, but basically then making them fit your tracks and creating something unique that only you and your creativity, which will be empowered by this amazing slice technique from the simple, will generate in this time. This is actually already everything. I hope I could empower you with some new knowledge using this, actually I would say even simple but super powerful technique from the simpler. Let me know in the comments if this could be useful for you in your production, and if you want to know more of this simple tips and tricks in Ableton Live to improve as a producer. As usual, subscribe my channel if you think that watching my videos could help you improving. And yeah, check my website, makecomputermusic.com, where I post these videos, but I also write some articles, freebies, reviews about yeah, the world of music production. And yeah, until next time, happy producing.